What's up, everybody? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda, although the name might need a little work because, it's not so late these days, but we'll stick with it for the time being. I hope that you're all well. I hope life's treating you well. I hope you're all happy, and I hope everything is tickety-boo in your lives, ladies and gentlemen. There's loads for us to get through on tonight's stream. I can see the chat is starting to fill up. I'm always nervous. I've been saying this since we started the channel. Since day one, I'm always nervous that when we come on to do a live stream, the chat's going to be empty, and I'm just going to be sitting here talking to myself. Now, don't worry, because I can do that. As you can see, I can talk for Ireland. I can talk back and forth to myself, have an argument, football conversation, whatever needs to be done. But look, we aren't here to talk about me, my friends. We're here to talk about the Reds. Liverpool news coming in thick and fast. Let me start tonight's stream by saying the latest round of Premier League coronavirus tests have been done, and in 1,213 tests, I believe, there's been one positive result in this round of testing. Now, I don't know yet where that club is or who's tested positive. That may come out in due course. To my recollection now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that there's been something around 6,000 tests or over 6,000 tests carried out in 6 rounds of testing, and I think we've only seen 13 positive results so far. That's very encouraging for the Premier League and for the resumption of the Premier League. So whilst we'd like to see that number as low as possible, of course, 13 is 13 too high as far as a lot of us are concerned as well, but it is just 13, and in the grand scheme of things, these seem to be all pretty much asymptomatic cases, and it looks like it's not going to cause any hassle going forward. I know there are some people who've contacted us to ask about what happens if positive test results do come back, and look, I suppose the thing is it's just isolation. Keep testing everybody. There's going to be another round of tests coming up as well, and more and more and more. They're just going to keep doing it to make sure that everybody's safe, sound and secure. And again, great result. I mean, one positive test result, we'd like it to be 0, but 13 positive tests from over 6,000 carried out. If you put it into the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. So again, very encouraging signs for the Premier League resumption. There's some good news today around the Merseyside derby as well, which I'll touch on in a second. I just want to take a chance to say hello to everybody that's in the stream. If you're with us for the first time, please do hit that subscribe button. Smash a like on the stream as well. Delighted to say that we've hit 38,000 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you for your support of our little channel. It means the world to us. Unicorn... What's this? Unicorn Star Horn Love Roblox. What a name, mate. What a name. My sexy Irish man is live. Yeah, I am, buddy. How are you? And welcome in. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. And super chats get a little bit of Newland. So have a little look at our dancing friend here. Go on, Newland. Get funky, go Newland, get your groove on. Yes, welcome people. Right, as I said, there is some news to get through tonight. Let me get rid of Newland because he's going to get tired if I keep bringing him out. Right, the good news tonight is that common sense has prevailed. We've been waiting to hear this news, and I'm delighted to report that the Merseyside derby will take place at Goodison Park as was scheduled on June the 21st. It's what we'd all hoped for. We were waiting for the safety advisory group to come back with their recommendations. Obviously they had to talk with the police, supporters groups, the club, and common sense has prevailed. Not only that, but all of Liverpool's remaining home games will now also take place at Anfield as scheduled. Boom. Love it. I'm so glad that this has happened because, I've been very outspoken on this topic, and it's great to see that everybody has taken things into account. They've seen how far the world has moved in the past 4 or 5 weeks, and that these games can take place where they're supposed to take place because, look, we all want the integrity of the league to be upheld. I've been saying that for a really long time, and it's won. It's brilliant. It's great news. I have nothing to complain about tonight. And I do like to complain where possible. But yes, it's great news. And I'm sure you guys will be delighted as well. People asking how long we've been live. Just a couple of minutes. We only started at 8:45 tonight. So welcome to everyone that's coming in. Don't worry. You haven't missed anything yet. The chat will never be empty, Craig, said Anthony Davis. Thank you, buddy. Lots of love. Really exciting news as well. We got off the phone with our friends at Hot Mic earlier on. So let me just get the Hot Mic image up. So we had a call with the guys from Hot Mic earlier on. They love to keep us up to date with what's going on in the app. And woo! There's some exciting stuff coming down the line, ladies and gentlemen. So with the Premier League being back in action on the 17th, not too far away now. Please do make sure if you're going to join us for watch-alongs to check out that Hot Mic app. There is a link in the description. It's available in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. It is completely free. We're going to do a little instructional thing at some point to show you guys how the app works properly. But at the time being, if you could just download that app for us, ladies and gentlemen, put in the code, the sign up and welcome code that you can see on the screen right there now. It is Anfield, all capital letters, boom, boom, boom. Jobs are good, ladies and gents. Give us a follow on there as well. Loads of your favourite football YouTubers are going to be over there. Goldbridge is over there. Claude Nabansters are over there. Who else is over there? Redmen, the Anfield Rap. Look, have a look for yourself. Download the app. Go down to the broadcasters. It's only going to get better and better. And yeah, I'm delighted. It was really, really encouraging to have that phone call earlier on. So thank you to Sean from Hot Mic for reaching out to us again to keep us up to date. And they're just going to keep making improvements. So love it, love it, love it. And thank you to the guys at Hot Mic. Right, more of your comments, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got my news to get through. But again, I want to get your thoughts on this. Dara Azizi, how are you, my friend? Said, hi Craig, just watched around 300 people march by my house. Hope they weren't looking for you, Dara. I mean, Jesus, first and foremost, mate, you know what I mean? I hope they weren't looking for you, but I know you have a background in law enforcement, buddy, so you'll be able to handle yourself. You'll be alright. Just tell them to fuck off if they come at you. Just tell them we said to shoot, go away. Look, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, there is plenty of Liverpool news to get through tonight. So, Adrian, we all wondered about what the future might hold for Adrian. It seems that Adrian has dismissed reports that he's set to leave Liverpool in the summer and says that he hopes to see out his deal at the club. Speaking to Radio Sevilla, he said, I see myself at Liverpool at the moment. I still have many years of football left and we'll see. I have one more year and then another optional one. Right now, I wouldn't change anything to be here in Liverpool and enjoy this beautiful moment. After this moment, I honestly don't know. Football is a lot of fun. In the summer, I saw myself being free. The possibility of returning to Betis was there, but it vanished. You have to live in the present and we'll see what happens next. Having to leave home was complicated, but looking at it now with perspective, it's clear that I've grown as a professional and as a person. Very honest. I always like to see footballers come out and give an honest assessment of where things are. So yeah, there you go. Take from that what you want, ladies and gentlemen. I'll hand it over to you guys. I mean, I always just want people to be honest, and Adrian's come out and been entirely honest there, so fair play. Paul Moran said, is Hot Mic only for iPhone users? Absolutely not, mate. Google Play Store, Apple App Store, iPhone, Android phone. The only thing it isn't available on is desktop yet. So if you've got an iPhone or an Apple phone, or an iPhone is a fucking Apple phone, moron. If you've got an iPhone or an Android phone, I should say, excuse me, you can download that app completely free, mate. It's free to download, free to use, ad free. Boom, job's a good one. Who's rumoured to come to Liverpool? That's Tristan Hogan. I don't know, mate. I mean, there's no point in me sitting here lying to you because I honestly haven't got a clue. I'm going to keep going through the news. So the goalkeeper news keeps coming for the Reds, and a bit of a Loris Karius update. The way we're going to do these shows, I should explain this moving forward, is I'm going to go through the news and then we're going to dip back into the chat for more interactive stuff, because we understand that some people just come in for a news update and they haven't got an hour for me to sit here and listen to me just talking on. They just want to come in and get the news. So I thought we'd restructure the show a little bit moving forward, whereas we do the news at the start and then we come in and we be a little bit more interactive. So, as I said, bit of a Loris Karius update. Reports in Turkey suggest that Göztepe, I believe is how you pronounce this club, Turkey Super League club, are interested in taking him on loan. Personally, I can't really see the logic behind us continuously loaning him out, unless of course we're getting decent loan fees there and they reckon that over the course of loaning him out and running down his contract that they might find a way of recouping some of the money. That's the only sensible option I can see behind what they're doing here. And there was previous reports, of course, that Hertha Berlin were interested in taking him back to Germany, but that seems to have gone a little bit quiet for the time being. So again, I've told you guys this from day one, Karius isn't going to be coming back to Liverpool. He's not going to be staying at the club, and whether he goes back to Turkey or he goes off to Germany, you know, we'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of news on Manchester City as well, for those of you that are interested in that. So Manchester City's hearing of their 2-year transfer ban has been concluded today at the Court of Arbitration for Sport. The decision on whether or not the ban will be upheld is expected in the first half of July, and that update came from Dan Rowan of the BBC. So again, that 2-day hearing, or 3-day hearing, I think, had taken place. It's finished. And what day is it today? Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? It's Wednesday. So yeah, it would have been a 3-day hearing, finished today, and the outcome is expected in the early part of July. I had thought originally that maybe it would be August, but I think with the transfer window in the Premier League potentially opening up on the 1st of August and ending on the 2nd of October, if my memory serves me correctly, and they might want to just get this done and dusted to give Manchester City time to go into the transfer market. If that was the case, then yeah, I don't know if they get a transfer ban. I don't know if the European ban or 2-year European ban will be upheld. I don't know what the case will be in here. I'm not even going to try and second guess it. It's up to the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Lucerne, I think it is, to make that decision. So we'll wait and see what happens in July, ladies and gentlemen. Rabadan, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said he had a little bit of lunch with Klopp and he told him that Messi is coming. I don't doubt that for 1 second, mate. Sure, I'm going to go get a Messi shirt now. Sure, why not? Why not? It seems likely. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. On Lionel Messi, actually, that clause in his contract that would have allowed him to leave Barcelona for free, I think expired a while ago as well. But yeah, I mean, he's not going to be coming Ramadan, mate, is he? But always a pleasure to have you in the chat, sir, and thank you for the super chat. Yeah, somebody said not transfer ban, Champions League ban. I realised that as I was saying it, mate, and that's why I kind of corrected myself on my back to say it was a Champions League ban. You are, of course, right, sir. Thank you for correcting me on that one. I do talk shit a lot of the time, so just keep that in mind when you're listening to me. But no, you are spot on. The LFC 101, it was a Champions League ban. I don't know. We'll wait and see whether it's upheld or not. But again, thank you for correcting me because that's what you guys are here for. You're here to clean up my messes. What else we got? Premier League returns on my birthday. Let's go, said O McCarthy 41. Thank you for that. Also, we did something a little bit fun earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram. We did a Q&A session where we put up a post last night allowing you guys to send questions, and I went through them and answered I think 10 or 12 of them earlier on Instagram. We're going to be doing a lot more of this type of stuff. We're going to be more active over there, so if you don't follow the Anfield Agenda Instagram or Twitter accounts, please do so. It's just straightforward at Anfield Agenda. Really easy to find. We're going to be a lot more active, particularly on Instagram, because I like the fact that I can make little short videos, do Instagram lives. Actually, it's not called Instagram anymore. We're calling it Craigstagram because, you know, that's what it should have been called from the start. Let's be honest about it. Ban Manchester City, said Kieran Cheel. Look, I look for any excuse in these situations to shoehorn in my favourite phrase, which is, of course, Der Spiegel. I do love me a bit of Der Spiegel. If you don't know who Der Spiegel is, shame on you. They are the German publication that published these leaked documents around the whole Manchester City moving money around kind of dodgily. Look it up for yourself anyway, but any chance I get to say Der Spiegel, I'm going to say Der Spiegel, because who doesn't like saying Der Spiegel? And I believe that translates to the mirror, if my loose understanding of German is correct. Right, what else have we got? Got more transfer news to get through, Craig. Right, here we go. A bit of a big story, this one, and we toyed about whether to have this as the headline of tonight's stream or not, but I think everybody has a little bit of Timo Werner burnout at this moment in time, and I just want to go through it because it gives me a chance to have a little bit of a cheap shot here, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So according to reports in Germany, Frank Lampard called Timo Werner every day for weeks to convince him that a move to Chelsea this summer. But interestingly, it seems that Chelsea are only going to pay £42 million or €50 million for Timo Werner, and not that €60 million release clause that we kept hearing about. The guy in question spoke with the Echo, and that article is up on the Echo if you want to go and have a read of it there in its entirety. Obviously wait for the stream to finish. The Echo, and he said that Timo's a player that needs to feel the love, and he said every player needs love, but especially Timo Werner. Now before I go on to go through more of the quote, I wanted to just address that for a second. We used to have another player who needed to feel the love, Felipe Coutinho, and then when he left Liverpool, he kind of hasn't really felt that same love anywhere else, and we went on to Barcelona, obviously on loan to Bayern Munich, and it didn't work out. So I wonder, perhaps, did Timo Werner's own insecurities maybe play into this? Now, of course, you have to give a little bit of credit to Frank Lampard for pushing through that deal and talking to him every day. If this was Liverpool, they'd probably be fucking tapping up stories all over the shop, but we are where we are. Everybody knew Timo Werner was probably going to move on. So, yeah, interesting enough on that one. So where I'm going with this is a lot of people believe that maybe he didn't think that he'd get a starting berth at Liverpool, or that he'd be able to push out those front three. Now, I've always been of the belief that, you know, we need rotation, we need players to come in and cover, but if he wasn't feeling the love, it kind of sounds to me like he didn't back himself to be able to succeed at Liverpool. Now, That's just my opinion on it. I'm going to keep reading because there is more of a quote from this gentleman. He said, "It's not 60 million euro. I had contact with a man who's very near this deal, and he said it's 50 million euro. And from this 50 million euro, Leipzig has to pay 10% to Stuttgart, his former club. But Timo called me after I congratulated him by SMS and said it's the right decision. But Timo, he's perfect for Liverpool. That's still my opinion. But the forwards are all world class. And perhaps Timo also thought I'm visiting the bench sometimes at Liverpool. At Chelsea, he's the one and only can play every single match. 2 years, this is the part I fucking love, by the way. This is where I'm going fully in, 2-footed on Chelsea. 2 years at Chelsea, and then it's possible for him to make the next step. So basically what I'm hearing there is stepping stone. And this time the right step for his career and brings a good performance. Then he can make the next step, and this is the beautiful part, to a world-class club like Liverpool, Real Madrid or Barcelona. Oh no, he did! Oh yes, he did. He just basically said, yeah, he's looking at Chelsea and he thinks I can go there for 2 years, bang in a few goals, and then actually get a move to a big club. Not my words. Don't ever go with me, Chelsea fans. It isn't me that's saying this shit. Have a pop at Timo. Yeah, so there you go. It looks like he wants to spend a couple of years at Chelsea and then move on to the big boys. Do you know what I mean? The big boys. The Liverpools of this world. He said, I'm sure that this is not the last club for Werner, and maybe he'll reach a title with Chelsea. He won't. I mean, I hate to break that news, but he won't. Chelsea aren't going to be winning a title anytime soon. But yeah, there you go. That's the news on Timo Werner. Seems like it's 50 million euro, not 60 million euro. Seems like he's looking at Chelsea as a bit of an old stepping stone. Diesel's in the chat. How are you, Diesel? Diesel from Claude in the band says, lovely to see you win, fella. Said, big up, Craig. Hope you're well, mate. Loved your stream yesterday. Showed them haters what was what. Brilliant. Always love the love, Diesel, mate. And looking forward, I'm going to be back over on Claude and the Bance's channel. It's a Claude AFTV. Is that still his name on YouTube on the channel, mate? Going to be over there on Monday for the Premier League review or preview ahead of the league starting up. So, again, if you're on Hot Mic, please do check out Claude and the Bance's on there as well. Give them a follow after you follow us, of course. Right, what else have we got? One more thing before I get into the comments for tonight. The Atletico Madrid president, and I love a bit of shithousery. You know that about me, ladies and gentlemen. So the Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid president has come out with an absolute belter. He believes that if the Champions League cannot be completed for any reason, that the team that knocked out the defending champions should be crowned the winners. Fucking love that. I love a bit of shithousery. It isn't going to happen, but you know what I mean? Why not? Why not put it out there? Hey, UEFA, you know what we were thinking? Man, just putting it out there. If you can't finish the competition in August, we think, and it's just our little humble opinion, that the club that knocked out the reigning champions should probably, be given the title. I don't know. Why not? Atletico Madrid are as good a club as any, but I do love a bit of shithousery, so yeah, well done to them on that one, but quite frankly, it's not going to happen. And the only sensible thing to do, clearly, if it can't be completed, is just null and void the whole competition and give us the fucking trophy back, because that's what everybody else wanted with the Premier League when Liverpool were on top. All you null and void fuckers are out there crawling out from under your rock. So if the Champions League can't be completed, surely the only fair thing to do is to null and void the entire thing and just give the trophy back to us. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through your comments now. That's pretty much the news update done for tonight. So the rest of it's just going to be us having a little chat. Could never be my striker, said Ethan. 273735. Why those numbers, Ethan? Do they hold any significance, buddy? Or if that's your bank account, then fair play. You've a few quid in there, mate. Well done. Adama Traore, Craig. What are your thoughts? Said Stephen O'Connor. I'd seen the link, Stephen. I personally think there'd probably be better value for money. And look, if we had, I think it's £60 million to throw around, I think we could probably get better value. But look, he's had a great season with Wolves. Jurgen Klopp definitely does think highly of him. He said that he was unplayable at times. I just don't know, mate. I don't think we'll be pulling the trigger on that one this summer anyway. But there was some interesting news about Jadon Sancho that I'm sure you guys have seen. And Jan Agerfjortoft, friend of the channel, came out with something earlier on, and he said that maybe we might see a deal, because they're more common in the Bundesliga, where Liverpool could perhaps allow him to stay at Borussia Dortmund for another season and structure a deal that may see him come to Liverpool the season after. I don't want to get people's hopes up. Honestly, just passing along what I've heard. I think Jadon Sancho wants to move this summer by the looks of it, but maybe if he really wanted to come and play on the Jurgen Klopp, and maybe if Michael Edwards can do his, best Michael Edwards, then maybe that deal could be put in place. And if that would be the only way that we could potentially afford a Jadon Sancho, then, you know what I mean? Why not? Why not? Your reaction to Arsenal losing to Brentford, said Harry Matthews. Look, it is only a pre-season friendly, mate. I say pre-season, a mid-pre-season, let's call it that. But yeah, they did lose 3-2 to Brentford in a friendly earlier on. And look, I could have a little bit of a slide dig here, but what's the point? It's only a warm-up. I wouldn't read too much into it. I mean, we got beaten by Mainz in a friendly a few years back. So, again, I wouldn't read too much into these things. Do you think we'll sign Koulibaly, said Yilber Jahab? Clearly, mate. I mean, he's top of the list. Do you know what I mean? We're sitting there on a big pile of money, and obviously we're going to sign Koulibaly, mate. I mean, we all know that's happening, so I don't even talk about it too much because it's so fucking nailed on. No, you know my thoughts on that. I know people are just trying to trigger me into it, but nah, we aren't signing him anytime soon. Rob Shepherd said 38,000 subs well in. Thank you, pal. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, please do hit that subscribe button. And again, if you're wondering what that big hot mic thing is, it is a fantastic app that we're going to be using for watch-alongs. It allows you to sync up our commentary. So rather than having some dull, boring BT or Sky commentary, you get to have some fan commentary. So when the Reds are playing Everton at Goodison Park, which could be the game where we win the title if Arsenal could do us a favour at Manchester City, and if they lose to Brentford, I don't really hold out much hope for them going to the Etihad, but stranger things have happened. So yeah, look, if you are going to join us for watch-alongs, and I know that a lot of people know this channel was built off our watch-alongs, then check out the Hot Mic app, because apart from being able to sync up our commentary to your phone or your mobile device, there's also loads of other cool functions on there. They play ambient crowd noise behind our commentary as well. There's a tipping function on there, there's a chat function on there like you have on here, and loads of other cool little initiatives that are coming along pretty soon as well. So yeah, there you go. Give it a bash. Why not? I'm going to change it back to the subscribe button now. 1 second. There you go. There you go. Help us get to 40k, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We're on the way. We're at 38. 2,000 to go. Connor said we got beaten by Barcelona, or by Mainz, because we played Barcelona less than 24 hours before. I know, mate. I was just trying to make Arsenal fans in the chat feel a little bit better for a few minutes, Connor. You could let them have that, mate, surely. Dara said, who's the best Liverpool player that you've seen live, Craig? It's a really difficult one, mate, because I've seen Stevie G. So when you've seen Stevie G, then there's not much else. I was there. I was at the game where Luis Suarez scored 4 against against Norwich, excuse me. And I'll never forget that game. That was just seeing him do that was ridiculous. So the answer has to be Steven Gerrard, but if I push that aside, then Luis Suarez would be the next one for me that I had the pleasure of seeing live. I never got to see John Barnes play live, excuse me. I never got to see Kenny Dalglish play live. It was a little bit before my time, and I love saying that, by the way, because usually I'm the oldest person in the fucking room here. But yeah, it's got to be Stevie G followed by Luis Suarez, mate. But good question, and cheers, Dara. Actually, a bit of boxing news, by the way, because I know a lot of you guys know I'm a huge boxing fan, and some of you guys are as well. AJ Fury looks like it's been done to some extent. Even Tyson Fury came out on his Instagram and said that a 2-fight deal has been agreed in principle. Where those fights take place, nobody knows yet. It looks like AJ still has to beat Pulev, and Tyson Fury still has to get past Deontay Wilder. What then happens with Dillian White's shot, I don't know. I really haven't got a clue. But as things stand, it looks like AJ Fury is going to happen, which is what the whole world of boxing wants. And my ass is going to try and get to that fight if possible, no matter where in the world it is. Rabadan said Coventry is back in the Championship. I know one Sky Blues fan, and he's been suffering for a long time, so kudos to them. Connor sent me a brilliant post actually on I think it was from Twitter, but he just sent me a copy of it, and it was basically a picture that showed Coventry City fans out celebrating last night about the fact that they'd been promoted. But the tweet was an absolute belter. Let me read it out to you guys because I want to do it credit. Where is it? So yeah, the tweet came from a fella called Danny again. I don't know that account personally, but he said, if this was Liverpool fans, there would be a 3-part Sky documentary about it, which is kind of true. It's kind of true. Yeah, Coventry fans, fair play, they're out celebrating. I'm not going to judge anybody, but if it was Liverpool, yeah, you're right, because we had all this bullshit going around about Liverpool fans potentially showing up at Anfield if and when we win the Premier League, and I do like to see people sticking up for our club on social media, so well into that, man. Who would win, AJ or Fury? I would put my money on Fury. I think Fury is the best technical boxer in the heavyweight division, but it is heavyweight boxing, and you know, everybody has a puncher's chance, although AJ, of course, has more than a puncher's chance. But, I mean, if Tyson Fury looks anything like he did against Deontay Wilder in the last fight, I mean, his movement, his speed, his athleticism for a man of his size is fucking frightening, to be fair. But it's a really intriguing fight and one that I'm really looking forward to. AJ is injured, Dara, but his injury is only temporary. It's nothing major. Probably just 3 or 4 weeks by the looks of it. And then he's going to get into camp when they sort out the Pulev fight, wherever that's going to be. What do I think of Houssem Aouar, said the LFC 101? I really like the guy, mate. I really, really, really do. It was encouraging to hear David Maddox say a while ago that Liverpool were interested in Houssem Aouar, and himself and Timo Werner were top of our transfer wish list. It's gone a little bit quiet, and we all know that Johnny Cuntilocks, aka Mr. what's his name, Jean-Michel Aulas, isn't it? Who's the president of Lyon. He's a really, really tough man to deal with, and getting players out of Lyon, it's not easy, so we'll have to wait and see with that one. Callum said, hey Craig, you okay? I'm sound, buddy. Sorry for last night. I don't know what you're being sorry about. You've done nothing to me, Callum. You've no need to apologise to me, fella. But I hope you're well, and lots of love to you. What else have we got? I saw Gerard Live, we won 5-0, said Thomas McGee. Milo said, do your all-time 11 in a 4-3-3 formation with subs. Again, it's something I have to take time to think about, mate. I can't just do a random one off the top of my head, but I'm going to take a note of it, because people keep asking me this, Milo, and I wanted to do it, so let me just take a note of it for future reference. Yeah, there you go. I've taken a quick note of it there, mate, and I promise you, I'll do it up, I'll do an image up, and on a future stream, I'll put it up on the screen and we'll talk through it. I hope that's alright. I can't really do it off the top of my head now, because I need to do a bit of research, buddy. Right, what else have we got? Saw Bruno Shearu live. It was like watching Zidane, said Craig Adams 667. Yeah, would you remember when he came to the club? That was what it was kind of, we were told, oh, this lad's the new Zidane. Yeah, it didn't really work out too well for El Bruno, but hey, look, it is what it is. I think we learned our lesson though about trying to christen anybody the new X, Y or Z. Possible Sabitzer move to us at A or N Gaming. Excuse me, buddy. Haven't seen anything about that move, but of course I don't see everything, so again, happy. Any more information you have on that, buddy, please do put it into the chat. Do you think Liverpool can get Sancho? Said Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. I touched on it a little bit earlier on in the stream, mate. I don't know if you were late in or if you just missed out on that one, but Yana Gefjortov quote tweet, and I don't know who the original tweet was that he quote tweeted, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but he quote tweeted somebody on Twitter to say that it's not uncommon in Germany for clubs to agree a move, much like we did when we signed Naby Keita, that you get them a season in advance and that they stay at that club on loan and then come in the next one. So yeah, maybe that'll be the case. I don't know, maybe it's wishful thinking on our part, and maybe Jadon Sancho will end up at United this summer, which is where everybody kind of expects them to, but it makes sense. I mean, if there's a deal to be done there, I'm sure Michael Edwards will try and sniff it out. And how would you all feel, by the way? I mean, it's a good question and one that I want to throw back into the chat. So, would you guys be happy if Liverpool agreed a deal that would see Jadon Sancho come to Liverpool next season? As in, like, not the season coming up, the one after that. So if he stayed at Dortmund for the entirety of the following season and then came to us, would you guys be happy with that? If it was the only way that we could get that deal done? Again, I'd love to know your thoughts in the chat. Connor said, sorry, did Craig just say, I'll do up an image? Yeah, obviously I meant you, mate. Everybody knows that. I can't do up any images. Taking a fucking selfie is a bit of a struggle for me, pal. Ross said, what's your Insta? It's our name, mate. At Anfield Agenda. Just Anfield Agenda. Have a search for us on Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram account. We just do the Anfield Agenda one. Alex said, do you want Adrian to stay? He was very bad against Atletico. Hand on heart, mate, I would like to see us improve that position. I'm not going to lie about it. Adrian did really well in the early part of his Liverpool career. He was a pretty good deputy to Alisson for the start of the season when Alisson was out injured, but there is no denying that he made a couple of massive fuck-ups, and one of them pretty much knocked us out of the Champions League. It's very hard to be critical of goalkeepers because they're the last line of defence. If a goalkeeper makes a mistake, it usually ends up in a goal, whereas on other parts of the pitch, if a striker misses a sitter, midfielder fucks up or a defender fucks up, there's always a chance that somebody else can come back and bail them out. But look, I would like to see a strength in there. I mean, I've seen somebody in the chat mention Ergakan Kikir from Trabzonspor, who's a name that keeps coming up being linked with Liverpool. I think his former manager even went as far as to say that Kikir told him that he was going to Liverpool. We'll have to wait and see. Right, let me just get into your comments around Jadon Sancho, by the way. Stephen Booker said yes. Gerp said yes. Brian Morrissey said too fucking right on Sancho. I'd be happy, said LFC Fan 96. Dog Creedon said yes, definitely. Thomas McGee said, where's the dancing fella? He only comes out when you put your hand in your fucking pocket, Thomas. You know what I mean? Little man dances for money. So think of this like a jukebox. If you want to see Newland Voider bust a move, then do you know what I mean? Newland doesn't just dance, mate. He dances for money. I hope somebody got that song, because I know my singing's fucking terrible. Yasser said Adrian is simply not good enough. Cost Liverpool the Champions League this season. Scotty said Craig Chelsea in the cup also. Which cup, mate? I don't know. Oh, the mistake. Sorry, Scotty, I get you. Yeah, he has made a few mistakes, as I said, pal. And look, goalkeepers will make mistakes. It's going to happen. But I think we could do better as a backup. When Simon Mignolet moved on, this was a quick and easy deal for Liverpool to make, bringing in a goalkeeper with proven Premier League experience. We were unlucky that Alisson, of course, picked up that injury that kept him out, because he didn't have any fucking injuries before that, really. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they probably didn't expect him to play as many games, but maybe it's shown up a flaw. Maybe it has exposed the fact that we do need somebody there who can be a bit more competitive towards Alisson. You look at United as an example. Sergio Romero is a very good backup goalkeeper for them to have to be able to bring in, and of course they have young Henderson, who's on loan at Sheffield United as well. Creevy Kelleher, look, I think Creevy Kelleher is going to turn into a fine young goalkeeper, but I would like to see a strength in the backup keeper position, absolutely. I'm not going to say any different. I don't think Adrian, to use a phrase, can cut the mustard, really. But he seems like a lovely fella, and he's a Liverpool player, and while he's a Liverpool player, he will, of course, have my full support. Right, what have we got? I'll be happy as long as the AFCON gets postponed and it isn't mid-season next season. That's a fair point, actually, not me. Well done. There is talk that the AFCON is going to be postponed until 2022. It hasn't been confirmed yet that I've seen, but with other tournaments being postponed and pushed back a bit, it's not out of the realms of possibility that could be the case. And look, that would play into Liverpool a little bit, because we have potentially the chance to lose Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah to the AFCON, and if that gets pushed back and Liverpool's transfer business gets pushed back, it will help us a bit. There's no denying it. But good point, mate, and well brought up. Thank you for that. Chelsea have apparently put a 5-year contract offer with $8 million a year for Havertz. How much money do they have? Said Nathan Simon Lohans. I had seen that, and for anyone that did miss it, yes, there is talk that Chelsea are going back in for Kai Havertz. How much money do they have? Well, they did have a transfer ban, mate. They also had the money for Eden Hazard, and they've got 50 million quid coming to them for Alvaro Morata as well from Atleti, I think, in the summer. Then, of course, the fact that their owner doesn't mind putting his hand in his pocket from time to time as well. So how much money they have, I honestly don't know. But to give you an example, Abramovich paid $120 million or something for that screen painting in the last few days. So he's not afraid to put his hand in his pocket when he wants something. And look, Chelsea had that ban. I know that they have signed players before people come back at me. They signed Kovacic, they signed Ziyech, they've signed Pulisic, they've signed... who else have they brought in? Werner, by the looks of it. They're looking like they could bring in another goalkeeper. There was talk of Onana if Kepa moves back to Spain. And then I think they're looking at a centre-back as well, maybe, and Kai Havertz. So, look, a lot still to work out in the transfer market. I don't know if Havertz will end up at Chelsea. I don't know if he has his heart set on a move to Bayern, Real Madrid. I don't know. But he has been linked, so yes. Hopefully it's not true about Chelsea signing... Havertz, thank you very much for that, Dylan O'Rourke. And it is a super chat, so Newland has to bust a little move. There he goes again. Look at him. He's delighted with that super chat, Dylan. You've made his day, mate. Look at him go. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Go on, Newland, son. Go on. Yeah, look at him go. Right, what else can I say that I'm going to do that Connor will actually end up doing as well? Any ideas that you guys have, by the way? We're going to be a little bit more interactive moving forward as well, and I'm really looking forward to the watch-alongs being back. Decision has been made, by the way. We did tell you guys that we were going to do a game from La Liga this weekend. We did put it to a vote, and it seems like people want us to do the Barcelona game, so we will be doing a watch-along on Saturday, 9 p.m. kickoff UK time. Barcelona travel to play Mallorca. That's the game we're going to be doing on Saturday. I hope you can all join us for it. Again, if you are going to join us for it, we do suggest that you guys download the Hot Mic app. As you can see on the screen there now, our sign-up code is Anfield. All capital letters. There is a link in the description as well. But if you want to just open up your app store, doesn't matter what phone you're on, just search Hot Mic. It'll come up. Download the app. Put in that welcome code. Give us a follow on there as well, and let your friends know about it, because it is a fucking class app that is going to redefine how watch-alongs are done. So again, keep an eye out for us on there. And the beauty about that is, I know sometimes people don't get their notifications on YouTube when we go live. That doesn't happen with Hot Mic. Every time you go live, you get your notifications once you have them turned on. So check it out. I know the feedback that we've gotten has been very good for people who've used it. So I hope, and they're working to continuously make it better as well, by the way. As I said at the start of the stream, we had a chat with the guys from Hot Mic earlier on, with the founder of Hot Mic. And it's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff coming down the line as well. So yeah, please do check it out. Hopefully Onana doesn't go to Chelsea, said Huey67. Thank you for that, pal. What else have we got? Do you see Chelsea or United as threats next season with big signings, said John G14. I think anybody, mate, no matter what they do this summer, will struggle to keep up with Liverpool and Manchester City next season. Now, that's not to say if Chelsea and United go out that they won't improve their teams. Of course they will, but it depends on how quickly those players settle. So, like, as an example, Bruno Fernandes settled really, really quickly at Manchester United, but Christian Pulisic has taken a lot longer to settle at Chelsea. So, no is the quick answer, but I don't mean that to be just dismissive of their business. I mean that I think it will take time for these players to settle in, get used to the league and stuff. But yeah, I imagine both clubs will be active in this window, John, so I think that they will be strengthening for sure. I think we've got must be a Chelsea fan in there. Said thank you Liverpool for scouting for us, appreciate it. No problem, mate. Thanks for giving us a bit of a run out in the Super Cup. It was nice to have a decent game before we lifted that trophy, and you know, it set us up to go on to win the Premier League this season and the Club World Cup. So thank you for providing some opposition for us that was of a decent standard, mate. Thanks, appreciate it. But we'll continue doing your scouting for you. You continue looking up. Don't get a crick in your neck looking up, because gotta look all the way up to see the Reds at the top of that motherfucking league. Who would you sign, Havertz or Sancho? Sancho would be my answer there, buddy. I think Chelsea will be better next season. I'm thinking and hoping United don't get better for 20 years, to Dave Smith. Dave, I am right with you on that one, sir. I hope that they're horrendous. A little bit of a shout out to our moderators, by the way. Don't need to moderate the chat in the live streams for the time being. I'm going to take care of the moderation on the live streams. But where we do need you guys to come in and do your job is, well, I say do your job, I say that, Jesus, that sounded wrong. Do your thing is in the watch-alongs. Right now, you can see that chat is fairly slow. So I'm able to keep track of people that come in and spam and stuff like that. So, yeah, just leave it to me to moderate for the time being. I want you guys to be able to just enjoy the stream. So don't worry about the chat in these nightly streams. I'm able to moderate that one. If somebody says something really offensive that I miss out on, feel free to point it up to me. Throw in a hamburger emoji or something that usually catches my fucking fat ass's attention. So yeah, there you go. Just I want you guys to just enjoy these chats and not have to feel like, you know, you need to be constantly looking at it and stuff like that. Yeah, I had this chat with Brian as well, so I'm able to moderate most of the chat in these quiet streams. But thank you for all the work that you do. Haven't been able to watch you live lately, said Marco, but I've been watching the videos after. Happy to be back, mate. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Always happy to see people in the chat. And it is mad because when we finish these streams, you kind of get an update of where your numbers are. But then it's lovely to wake up the next day and see that people do come in and check out the streams and watch them back. So really appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea did a good job scouting Salah for us, said Barry. Love it, mate. Love a bit of shithousery, Barry. Well in, sir. Do you use One Football? No, I keep meaning to download the app, mate. A lot of people, CoolShot25, a lot of people have suggested it to me, and I don't know why I haven't downloaded it. I'm, like, if you've seen my phone, there's fuck all apps on it that don't come pre-installed except for Hot Mic and a few others. But I'm going to download the app because I keep meaning to, mate. So thank you for the heads up. Do you think the Liverpool friendly game against Blackburn Rovers will be on LFC TV? Justin, it's a really good question, mate, and I honestly don't know the answer to it. For those of you that aren't aware, it looks like Liverpool are trying to set up a friendly with Blackburn Rovers before the Premier League resumes. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not yet. Maybe I've missed that confirmation. If it has, brilliant. But I don't know if it'll be on LFC TV or not, buddy. It's a good question, though. Do you think we can win at the Etihad? Said Maliko LFC. We can win anywhere, mate. I mean, going to the Etihad's not going to be easy. You know, playing any team at their home ground is never going to be that easy. But of course we can. We can win anywhere. Yeah, I mean, my goal now, obviously, is for Liverpool to go on, get the points that we need to win the Premier League. Everybody wants us to do that, but I've always said you can go back and watch right from the start of the season all the way through. I was never somebody that really paid too much attention to this Invincibles thing. My goal was always for Liverpool to break that points total that Manchester City set, hit 101 points and go down as the best team in Premier League history. And I still hope that we can do that. Look, it gives us something to play for in the remaining 9 games because we're going to win the league. That is going to happen. It's just a matter. Yeah, I just want us to break that points total. I really fucking do. Because to me, if you set the highest points record in the Premier League, you're the greatest team in the Premier League era. Manchester City, currently to me, at 100 points. I would give them that nod ahead of that Arsenal Invincibles team. That's just my opinion. But again, it seems like a good question to ask you guys in the chat. So, do you think that the Arsenal Invincibles team or the Manchester City 100 points team would go down as the best team in Premier League era? Or is there maybe an argument for one of the Manchester United teams under Alex Ferguson? I'd love to know your thoughts on it in the chat. Yeah, seems as good a question as any. Diet Shav for €1 million. €1 million, obviously, mate. So what I mean? I'll drink Diet Pepsi for €1 million if I need to, pal. Oh, I mean, I'd choke it down, like, I'd fucking probably be gagging as I'm drinking it, but for €1 million? I like this channel where you can just talk with him. I'm subscribing. Thank you, Nathan. Really appreciate that, buddy. Great to have you with us. And if you want to be like Nathan and join the Cool Kids gang, that's probably one of the fucking cheesiest things I've ever said on this stream. But if you want to be cool, if you want to give an angel his wings, if you want to send Connor to space camp, then hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well. Dylan Cooney said maybe the Reds will show it on the YouTube channel. And Connor asks, will home advantage matter with no fans at all? I think it will. I think it'll make somewhat of a difference, although looking at the statistics from the Bundesliga, it looks like there isn't as much of an advantage playing at home as there is when the fans are in the stadium. But I suppose it's just familiarity, probably, Connor, that might subconsciously make them feel more comfortable. Do I have a fantasy football team? I did have, but I deleted the app, mate, ages ago because I just lost interest. Liverpool, you never walk alone, said the Invincibles were overrated. Connor said the Manchester City Centurions. I'm with you on that one, mate. Get 100 points or more, said Harry Matthews. I'd rather only lose 2 games all season and win the last than draw 15. I think it was it 13 games that Arsenal team drew. Why no Hot Mic, said Lucas McLeod. We're trying to keep Hot Mic for watch-alongs, Lucas, and there's going to be a lot of them. So, as an example, we're going to be doing the Barcelona game against Mallorca on Saturday. We'll be doing that game on YouTube and on Hot Mic. We're going to be covering Manchester City against Arsenal. We're going to do that game on YouTube and on Hot Mic, and obviously the Reds game away against Everton at Goodison in the Merseyside derby on the 21st. I think it's 7pm kickoff if my memory's correct on the Sunday. We're going to do that game on Hot Mic as well. So just doesn't feel natural doing our nightly streams on there because the app is more set up for watch-alongs and live football, mate. So that's why no Hot Mic tonight. But again, we're getting close to 2,000 followers on Hot Mic, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big deal to us. So if you want to help us out without having to put your hand in your pocket by downloading the Hot Mic app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and putting in that code that you seen there, the sign up code Anfield, you are helping us out financially, and it doesn't cost you guys a penny. Also give us a follow on there as well. There was something else I wanted to say actually there. Nope, can't remember. It must be. Oh yes, that's what it was. When we do hit 2,000 followers on there, we're going to give one of our followers a £50 Amazon gift card. The reason we do the Amazon gift cards are because it's easy. We can send them anywhere in the world. Nobody has to worry about shipping. It's instant. We did it when we hit 1,000 followers on there as well. We'll do it when we hit 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Every time we hit another 1,000 followers on Hot Mic, we're going to give away a £50 Amazon gift card just as a little thank you to everybody for all your amazing support. Also, when we hit 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, we'll pick somebody at random as well and give away a £50 Amazon gift card to one of our YouTube subscribers. So, again, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well. What else have we got? Need a cool kids gang emoji, said Craig Adams. I would say I'd make it, mate, but Connor would have a fucking hissy fit if I said I make any images, so Connor might make a cool kids emoji gang. What have we got? Tom said United 99 team got 79 points, not that great. Yeah, it's a fair point, buddy. I think maybe it's just because they were quite dominant for a while in the Premier League era. Would you prefer to go for record points or blood in the young boy? Record points, Ricky. I'm not going to lie, pal. I love to see the younger players get game time, and I hope that we can do both, if that's possible. That we can give Curtis Jones, that we can give Harvey Elliott, that we can give Sepp van den Berg, Kiana Hoover, Neco Williams some game time, and still not have it affect their results, if you get me. So I'm going to be greedy, buddy, and hope that we can do both. I hope Manchester City fail in the repeal, said Will John Boy. I think we all do deep down, mate. I mean, I might come on here and pretend that I don't care, but the fact is I think they broke the rules. From what I've read, I think that they broke the rules. But my decision doesn't matter one bit. The Court of Arbitration for Sport will make that decision, and then we'll wait and see. Craig, any league kits for next season? Yes. Everybody's pretty much seen the 3 Liverpool kits for next season. If you haven't, remind me and I'll make an image tomorrow night of the 3 kits and put it up. And by I mean Herr Crosby will make the image and put it up. And I know, fucking ironic me saying hair. I know, I get it, but you know, Crosby does all that shit. Everybody needs Connor. Do you know what I mean? You say stuff and he makes it happen. It's fucking brilliant. If you haven't got a Connor in your life, I seriously suggest that you go out there and get them. I got mine via, I got a code on, what's that fucking site? Where you buy things and a code and Groupon. I got a Groupon for a Connor Crosby. Check them out, because sometimes you get Groupons, you can get yourself a Connor. Sometimes you got to pay full price. I didn't. I got mine in a Groupon deal, as I said. I can't remember what the code was off the top of my head, but you know, get yourself a Crosby. They're cheap. They're good. They're usable. They're flexible. They're pretty good. They're robust as well. They can take a bit of abuse. What else we got? Which team is better, Liverpool 1920 or Barcelona 0809? Oh, Ryan, mate, that's a belter of a question. I'm going to go with our Liverpool team because I'm a biased cunt. That Barca team under Pep Guardiola was sensational, though. One of the best club teams of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. What county in Ireland am I from? I live in Wexford, but I was born in Dublin. So I'll always say I'm from Dublin, but I've lived in Wexford I haven't lived in Dublin since I was 20, so I haven't lived there for 18 years, so Dublin's going to be my answer. Did I keep the receipt for Connor? Ooh, love a bit of shithousery, Stephen Booker, well played, sir. No, I don't keep receipts, mate. You know what I mean? When you're such a baller like we are, you don't need to worry about receipts, because if people won't give you your money back, you just say, excuse me, hang on here. I am an influencer. You will do as I say, or I will influence you. Gone. You'll be gone. Cancelled. That's what I do, mate, if I don't get my way. You know, if I don't have a receipt. ARN Gaming said, just followed you on Hot Mic. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Riley Grove, welcome into the stream, buddy. Lovely to see you in. Up Galway, said Ricky. I've never been to Galway, mate. I keep meaning to go because I've heard nothing but good things, and maybe someday we'll do an Anfield Agenda meetup in Galway. I know when we were thinking about doing one over here, we were flirting with Dublin, Galway, Belfast as the 3 places that we were thinking of doing one. John Paul Whelan said, do you think Brewster will be good in the future? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt, John Paul. I'm very confident in Raheem Brewster's future. There was a bit of an update yesterday, actually. It seems that Stevie G wants to try and take Raheem Brewster on loan to Rangers next season. I would rather him stay either at the top level of the Championship or in the Premier League. I had a suggestion that maybe if Leeds came up that he could go there. Somebody else said maybe send him to Sheffield United and have him work with Chris Wilder, which is another good show. I don't know, I just think... I don't want to be disrespectful to Rangers, and I know that we have that link to Steven Gerrard, but for me, I want to see him prove himself in the Premier League, because if he's going to cut it at Liverpool, which I believe he will, then I'd rather see him get some experience in the Premier League down here like I'm fucking there in England. Welcome Central Red, newest member to Anfield Agenda FC. Thank you very much, and that's something I haven't even mentioned on this stream, by the way. If you want to join the Anfield Agenda family properly and become a member, hit that join button. Let me show you what the join button looks like now. There you go. As you can see, we've got the subscribe button circled and there's a blue join button beside it. On your screen, that's the button that you hit to sign up to Anfield Agenda FC and become a member. Membership of our channel is just 99p for our entry level Anfield Agenda FC membership, or it's $4.99 a month for the Anfield Agenda Ultras membership. What's the difference between the two of them? On Anfield Agenda FC, you get use of all the cool emojis that I know people are going to start spamming into the chat right now because you guys are fucking legends. And these are all emojis that are only available to our members. You also get the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name. That changes colour depending on how long you're a member. So when you sign up, it'll be bronze. Then after 2 months, it becomes silver. 3 months, it becomes gold. And then later down the line, it goes red like our full normal badge. You also get access to our Anfield Agenda Discord group. So if you are a member and you haven't yet joined the Discord group, make sure that you check on the community tab on the Anfield Agenda YouTube page, and there is a link there to come and join the Discord group. You're paying for it in your membership, so we'd love to see you in there. Our Discord group is where we have a chat offline. We talk about Liverpool, we talk about the channel. Brian sometimes throws a hissy fit in there. Sorry, Brian. I had to, mate. I couldn't, sorry. I couldn't not do it, mate. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't not do it. You know we love you, Brian. Look, I talk about him throwing a hissy fit. I throw more fucking hissy fits than anybody, so who am I to, let he who be without seeing cast the first stone and all this. But yeah, if you are a member already, check out the community tab. For our Ultra members, the $4.99 membership, you get everything that I've just spoken about, and you also get a couple of podcasts that myself and Connor make just for those members every month. We started it in the past month, actually. It's called Crack On. We talk about stuff that isn't really football related a lot of the time, but that's only available to our Ultras, our members in there as well. But they also get use of everything else. And this is what I absolutely love. Got 2 new members. Rufus, mate, welcome. Rufus Rundown, another good YouTuber, another person that's on Hot Mic as well, so please do check out Rufus's stuff. And I was on Rufus's channel not so long ago for his podcast. I had a lot of fun chatting with him. Thank you for having me on, mate. But this is what I love about our community. Look at that screen right now. We get 2 new members and everybody straight away is welcoming them into the channel. This, when we say we're a community and a family on here, my friends, we're not fucking about. We really are. I know people think we just use these phrases, but no, these people care for each other, and this community of Reds that we're building here is class, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So thank you all for continuously blowing me away with your love towards each other. It's brilliant, it's beautiful, and you know me, I always say the world needs more love, so keep that love coming, ladies and gents. So yeah, guys, make sure, as I said, you click on that Discord group and join as well. Wilfred Long, another member. Christ, we're getting members left, right and centre tonight. Welcome to the family, Wilfred. And yeah, make sure you click on the Discord group and join us over there as well. But thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate your support. All these things, these little super chats, these memberships, super stickers, they mean the world to a small little channel like ours, because we don't have big income streams, and these little things allow us to keep the lights on, for want of a better phrase. So again, thank you very much. And again, there it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love it, love it, love it. Right. Anything else that you guys want to go through in the last couple of minutes before we finish up tonight? The plan is for myself and Connor to take tomorrow off, but if anything happens, we'll go live and we'll take the next day off, which is why I keep saying to everybody, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, because we say we're not going to do a stream tomorrow, but if there is any news whatsoever, we'll jump on and do one, because that's what we do. That's what we're here to do. So, so make sure you've got your notifications turned on. Again, don't forget to download the Hot Mic app as well, because the Barcelona game that we'll be doing on Saturday and all the Premier League games as well, that is the best place to use. That is the best place to enjoy watch-alongs. If you're going to just join us on YouTube, fucking brilliant. I'm glad to have you with us, but just check out that app for us, ladies and gentlemen. We want to try and get to 2,000 followers on there as soon as we can, and if that kicks off, if that takes off for us, that could move our channel on to the next level. And I mean more content, I mean better content, I mean possibly a studio at some point down the line in the long run. But yeah, if you do want to help us out, just download the Hot Mic app and put in that code. It's absolutely free to do. Love you, Craig. Quick question. Do you think we'll win the league at Goodison or not? I would say not, Kenzie, but only because I don't really have too much faith in Arsenal going to the Etihad and getting a win, which is what they need to do. But I think we could go to Goodison and win for sure. I heard rumours that every player in the world is going to Liverpool. Definitely, totally, except Koulibaly. Every player in the world except Koulibaly could be coming to Liverpool. Do you have to be a member to be part of the family? No, Nathan. If you're subscribed to our channel, buddy, you are part of our community and our family, and we love you, sir. So thank you for being with us. All you guys in here now, brilliant. I mean, the fact that you're here joining us, you're in the live chat, that means the world to us. So thank you for your continued support, my friends. Do you think we're going to smash Everton again at Goodison? I hope so. I mean, what a lovely way to kick off the Premier League again that would be, to go to Goodison and absolutely batter Everton in the Merseyside derby. That would be fucking class. What have we got? Senior El Flamo said, be patient, young one. The title will come soon. 30 years of hurt is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I dress up as a woman? It's my alter ego, Craigina. No, I did it because I lost a bet, Alex. No, I didn't lose a bet. I said if we got X amount of followers on a stream, that I'd do the next stream. It was my daughter's birthday as well, so I let her do my makeup, and nothing embarrasses me, by the way, mate. But yeah, that's why I did the stream as a bird, because hey, why not? Life's too short. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that one a night. It's been another great stream. I'm really enjoyed myself on here chatting with you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up as well. You know what to do with Hot Mic. You've heard me say it by now. Link in the description. Use that sign-up code, Anfield. I hope that we can get maybe 70 or 80 of you guys to get over there and give it a try, so we can get to 2,000 followers and give away 50 quid, because I love giving away Connor's money. It's fucking great. Nothing makes me happier than giving away some of Crosby's money. So download that Hot Mic app, put in the code Anfield, just so Connor has to put his hand in his pocket, if nothing else, because if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy the sun if it's shining in your part of the world. If it's not, then hey, just kick back, relax. Premier League will be back soon. Lots of love to each and every one of you. And as always, up the motherfucking soon-to-be champions of England, Reds. Love to you all.